With the latest software of Mahindra BE6 and XEV9e, now you can use either your NFC card or your iPhone as the way to unlock the car. Do you want to see it, how it works? Watch this. Isn't this cool? Now I have prepared a list of questions that people are asking. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna answer one by one, and let's see how it goes. So I have identified 10 questions in total that people are having in general. 5 are related to the NFC card and 5 are related to the phone pairing. So we're gonna talk about both of these. So first, let's talk about the NFC card related questions. So question number 1, where do I get the card from? Well, you will get this card from the nearby Mahindra dealerships accessories department and not at the service center. Now, how much does NFC card cost? Well, it costs 750 rupees. Question number 3, can I activate it by myself? Well, you cannot. Even if you are seeing an NFC card option inside your Me4U app or maybe in your infotainment system, these are just the placeholders. You will not be able to activate it by yourself. You have to visit the service center once to get this enabled. Because the thing is, once you take your car physically to the service center, what they do is they have their own proprietary software which they use to enable these functionalities in your car through the OBD port. There is something known as mobile device provisioning and NFC card provisioning. Once they flip that switch from their service center, only then you will be able to do it. Now, are there any charges to get it activated? No, this is absolutely free of cost. I'm noticing that a lot of people are being charged. Some are saying 2000 rupees, some are saying 1500 rupees. No, it is an absolutely free of cost service. In case the service center is still pushing you to get it activated, then all you need to do is tell the service station that I talked to Mahindra customer care and they're saying that it is absolutely free of cost. But if you're still charging, let me drop an email to Mahindra customer care confirming this with them, and then you can take this forward. Now, what happens is that every time you send an email to Mahindra customer care, it is simply a request or a question. It is automatically registered as a complaint. So what happens is service center guys do not want to have an unnecessary complaint on their name, which they will of course resolve. But as soon as you'll say this, they'll say, okay, we'll get it done for you. Question number 5, do I need both of the keys to activate the NFC card, and how much time does it take? Well, you do not need both the keys to activate the NFC card. NFC card doesn't require both of the keys, only one key is enough. But on the safer side, it is a good idea to carry both of the keys, because let's say if you get your NFC card enabled and you don't want to go through the process of setting your phone by yourself, then there and then you can also get your phone activated through them, which requires both of the keys. So NFC card only, both of the keys are not required. But for phone pairing, yes, you require both of the keys. And how much time does it take? Well, it takes roughly 1 hour, 1.5 hour max to get it all set up. But some of the people in the Reddit and WhatsApp community are saying that our service center guys are saying that it may take 2 days, 3 days, or maybe up to 5 days. Well, it totally depends on the total workload they have at their service center. So the process is of max 1 hour, 1.5 hours. But This is only because of the workload that is at the service station, which is causing these delays and all these inconsistent timings whenever you ask different people. Now, one last bonus question related to the NFC card. Um, what all can you do with it? Well, of course, you can lock and unlock your car, and once you place it on your NFC pad inside your car, then of course you can also drive it. But people are asking that do you have to place this NFC card all the time while you're driving? Well, no. The car only requires this card to be placed on the holder once to authenticate the car and the NFC card. Once the car is on and you are in the drive mode, then you can simply remove it. For example, the card is removed and the car is activated right now. And even if I am driving, the car is driving. See? Now that we have talked about the NFC card, let's talk about the phone and the pairing and everything related to it. Well, question number one. What all phones are supported? Well, for now, the iPhones, the Pixel phones, and the Samsung phones are supported because they have this dedicated wallet inside them and the compatibility with the Mahindra cars. In the future, maybe we'll see an update where other Android phones and other kind of phones are also supported. But for now, only these three brands. I am shooting this video from an Oppo Find X9 Pro, and I tried everything to pair it up, but it just doesn't work. So ultimately, I used my wife's iPhone and it was a super smooth process. Question number two, can I set up my phone all by myself? Well, the answer is unfortunately no. You have to take your car once to Mahindra Service Center, because what happens is that there is this thing which is known as mobile key provisioning, which Mahindra enables from their own proprietary tools and softwares by connecting your car through an OBD port. Until and unless that is done, your functionality will just not work. Even if your app shows NFC key option, even if your infotainment system shows NFC key pairing, even if your phone is supported, but it will just not work. You will have to visit Mahindra Service Center once to flip that switch and enable this feature. But the good news is that it is not absolutely necessary to get your phone paired right there and then at the service center. Because also in my case, as I told you, this phone that I'm shooting from is an Oppo Find X9 Pro. So when I went to the service center, I only got my NFC card activated, but I told them to enable the mobile key provisioning also, so that when I could go back home, I can use a compatible phone and I can activate the digital key, because this is what I did. But like I told you, one visit to the service center is a must to get these functionalities enabled in your car. Question number three, do I need both of the keys to set it up? Yes, you would need both of the keys to set up your phone with your car. Unlike NFC card, which requires only one key, for the phone setup, you require both of the keys. But even though we know the technicalities now, but even if you are visiting the service center for only NFC card activation, I would still recommend carrying both of your keys, because you never know. What if they refuse? What if they cause some kind of hurdle or anything? So the safer bet is that you carry both of the keys everywhere. But for your knowledge or learning, for NFC card, only one key is required. For phone pairing, you require both of the keys, be it at your home or be it at your service center. Let's now move on to question number 4, which is, what's the activation code? Well, when you will try to pair your phone with the car, you will notice that in the end, it's gonna ask you the activation code, some 6 to 7 digits code. Where do you find it? Well, remember when we went to the service center, we enabled something that is known as mobile key provisioning. Well, as soon as the service center enables it, what happens is that an email is automatically triggered from Mahindra to the registered email address of yours. and inside that email there are two things. One is the link over which you can tap and it adds as a digital key in your car, which for some reason didn't work for me. And the second thing that is mentioned inside that email is the activation code written in the last S text. So while you're trying to pair up your phone with the car, when it asks for the activation key, I entered that code and it started to work for me. Also, I noticed that people are having issues with receiving this automated email from Mahindra at the first place. What I can tell you from my case is that I received this email right at the very moment when I went to the service center and they enabled that mobile key provisioning. Since this automated email in my case exactly overlaps with the time when I was actually in the service center and they enabled mobile key provisioning, and I purchased the car 1.5 months ago, this cannot be a coincidence, right? This mail should be generated automatically as soon as the service center checks that box and enables mobile key provisioning. That's the only logical reasoning that I could derive out of this. Now, question number 5, the last one. What all can I do with it? Well, you can do exactly the same things that you can do with the NFC card. You can lock the car, you can unlock the car, and you can also drive your car. But many people are wondering that, do I have to keep the phone placed on the NFC pad all the time? Well, no. You just have to do it once. As soon as you step inside your car, you place it once and it's done. This is because the car has to authenticate that you hold a valid digital key. Once that is done, you can simply remove your phone and you can drive the car as long as you want to. So guys, I hope I was able to answer all of your frequently asked questions, and if I'm missing anything, then you can of course leave your questions or issues in the comment section below, and maybe we can try solving it together. And please do not consider me as an expert. This is also my first EV, and I'm still learning, and whatever I'm learning, I'm just here to share my experience and my learnings with you. This is Ayush. You are watching AJ9017. Until the next one. Bye.